Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another beautiful, lovely video of mine. I am yours truly, Spritey. And boy, I am so excited to play Forza Horizon 6. I have it nicely, freshly installed onto my Xbox. The game was about 112 gigabytes to install. And, Forza Horizon is just one of those games where it's a must play. And I get addicted playing that game for probably the next 6 months. I mean, that's just how it is every time a Forza Horizon game comes out. I just kind of get attached and addicted, and I just want to play. I haven't shown Forza Horizon 5 as much love as I would love to, and it's primarily because I was just so busy in life and I was just doing so many other things and focusing on so many other things. But now I've come to a time where now I have a little room to play some of the video games that I want to play. And so you can guarantee that I'm going to be playing some Forza Horizon 6 based in Japan, in case you didn't know. And it's an Xbox exclusive. And, it's one of those things where, a few episodes ago, way back when, I was just not having it with the Xbox, and I couldn't see the future of this company. I couldn't see where we were going. And then next thing you know, they got a new CEO just kind of running things and taking over and focusing on the gamers and the gaming quality and kind of making Xbox what Xbox used to be. And, I've had conversations where it's like, there's this Steam machine that's coming out, and I don't think there's a release date for that yet, but it looked very intriguing. It looked very promising. And then, Microsoft and Xbox just kind of switch things up, and they're doing things for the better. Now, I don't care about the specs that's inside my Xbox. I don't care about the quality of a console. I care more so about just the convenience of gaming and gaming with my friends. And I primarily used Xbox as a good hangout zone with my friends. It's a good getaway. And the quality of gaming on my Xbox, I have an Xbox One S, and it's good. I'm not complaining about it. The only complaint I have about it is Helldivers 2, because for whatever reason, Helldivers 2 has very high quality on the Xbox One X. But when it's playing on the Xbox One S, the quality of that game is trash. And I don't understand it. And I still liked playing Helldivers, but there's definitely a huge noticeable difference. Like, I'm sure I can play on my gaming laptop that I have right here that I use every day. And I'm sure I can download Helldivers and it will run Helldivers to the extent that it can. And it'll be so much better in quality. But the Xbox One S, it can handle it. I don't know why they don't want it to. And I'm sure there's a legitimate reason somewhere out there. But I'm just not seeing it. I've seen beautiful things run on this console that I've had for the past couple of years now. And, it can do it. I'm pretty sure when I play Forza Horizon 6 after I do this recording, because that's absolutely what I'm going to be doing, is just playing Forza Horizon 6 and getting a bunch of achievements and just rocking the music and playing. Like, that's another thing that, the music in Forza Horizon series, beautiful, and they have a variety of music, and I like that. And it's different music too, just music that you probably never have heard, they have some popular music in the previous series, but they put in the mix of other songs that you may not have heard. That's what I like about Forza Horizon. And I'm looking online, there's a lot of comparisons in regards to how Forza Horizon 1, when that came out, it was more festival-like. But that's only because of the cutscenes, and people are comparing cutscene graphics to the in-game graphics on Forza Horizon 6. For example, they're using the quality of people. In the cutscene, they'll showcase a person in a cutscene on Forza Horizon 1 compared to an in-game person in Forza Horizon 6. I'm not playing Forza Horizon for people. I'm playing Forza Horizon for the cars, and the cars is quality. The maps they make is quality. Everything about the game is quality, unless you look at that little detail. And another thing, right, is that they're not showcasing the in-game people in Forza Horizon 1. No, they're using cutscenes, and the cutscenes is significantly different because they used CGI cutscenes, and so it's not in-game cutscenes. And a little snot there. So that's another thing about these newer games. It's like, I like when there's a cutscene and it's in-game cutscenes. It's not just like a totally made-up CGI clip that they totally ran from a different graphic. So I'm just, I'm excited for Forza Horizon 6 after this, and I have gained 2,000 gamer score the previous month in May. Ever since Microsoft and Xbox had decided to come out with Xbox gamer score badges, there's 100,000 gamer score badge that will pop up on my profile whenever they release them, and I've been absolutely grinding it. I am currently about 90. I'm pretty sure I have my Xbox turned on. Hold on. Ooh-wee. I accidentally bumped into the microphone. I don't know if that made a huge noise or not. I am currently at 89,985 gamer score. I am pretty positive with this Forza Horizon game that I'm about to play, I'm going to immediately boost that to over 90,000. But and it's easy to grind a gamer score on Xbox. You just got to know what games to play. For example, I have absolutely grinded out the game Firewatch, and you only need an hour and 30 minutes of your time to complete that game and get 1,000 gamer score. So 10,000 gamer score, I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy to obtain, especially now that I've regained the Xbox Game Pass. That's right. Silly old me. I was spending $10 on regular Xbox Gold, and I also was spending about $12 for Fortnite Crew, and so that's about $23 a month. And now that they had changed their prices on the Game Pass from $30 to $23, yeah, I canceled my Fortnite Crew Pass, and I had upgraded my Xbox Game Pass. So now I'm spending about the same, and now I have more access on all the games that's on the Game Pass, which is over 500. And I also still have the benefits of Fortnite Crew, because Fortnite and Microsoft have an association together. So yeah, I wish I would have realized that sooner, but that is okay. And yeah, I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to absolutely download some games, and I'm going to grind to 100,000. And they have Xbox badges for 200,000 and 500,000 and 1,000,000, and that is way too much grinding. Like, the gamer score that I have on my Xbox profile right now, that is the accumulation of gamer score that I have achieved in the past, I want to say 17 years that I've had this Xbox. 16 years according to how long I've had gold membership, but I'm pretty positive. I made this account in 2009, so it's actually kind of accurate. I made the Xbox profile later in the year of 2009. I want to say maybe summer, or maybe around August or September. It sounds about right. So 16 going into 17. And the entire time, I've been a hardcore gamer on the Xbox. I've been primarily playing the Xbox since. I have dabbled in the computer world. Almost 90,000 gamer scores since. And because of these Xbox badges, Yeah, I am going to grind. I don't know what is up about these Xbox patches, but it's got me. It is getting me. Does anyone have cats? Does anyone have cats at home? I got two. I have a Siamese cat. I've always wanted a Siamese cat, and it's only because of the famous meme cat. Rest in peace, the Grumpy Cat. And the Grumpy Cat used to be a meme of the early 2010s, like when memes were first starting to become a real thing, and people would go to like ifunny.com or whatever. Like you actually had to, they had dedicated websites for memes because it just wasn't as posted on social media like it is now. All the classic memes on iFunny, and I think that's how my 10 hours of video got popular, was because it was on iFunny as well. But anyways, I wanted a Siamese, and I have two cats. I have a Siamese cat, always wanted one, and I have this other cat, an expensive cat, but we didn't pay for it. It was free. I can't tell if my cat is a Bengal or a Toiger, but it's probably the smoothest furred cat that I've ever had. And, you know, obviously, if you have cats, you're going to have kitty litter boxes. I keep my litter boxes, and that's another thing, is having a spot for your litter boxes. You can have it in your bathroom, but when I go in my bathroom, I don't want to smell cat doo-doo. I don't want to walk in there and it's there. And you can buy kitty litter. You can buy all sorts of stuff to substance the smell, but it's there. It's always going to linger. No matter what kitty litter you have, no matter what air freshener you buy with it, it's always going to be there. So I'm just over here like, all right, well, some people put it in the laundry room. Some people put their kitty litter boxes in the kitchen. No, don't put it near in the kitchen. Please don't. I put mine in the laundry room. And, you know, I think it's an appropriate spot. And I've been looking up electric automatic kitty litter boxes. That's a thing. And they're expensive, too. But I almost every week, you can scoop it every day, but I'm sometimes awful about that, and I just change it like once a week. And you know, I'm always buying the huge packs of kitty litter, and thank goodness some of the kitty litter is cheap. It's the least of my problems is cheap kitty litter. Hopefully they stay cheap forever, and I'm sure they will. They've stayed cheap forever. They stay cheap now. Anyways. I've been looking at automatic kitty litter boxes, and that's another thing, is that the only reason I'm looking at kitty litter boxes is because if you clean a kitty litter box, you know it's annoying having to change it out. You can get plastic bag liners, but I don't want to spend extra money on that. And I get it. I mean, it's convenient, but I don't know, you still got to dump it out. You still got to like take it to the trash and dump it out. What I normally do is, with the kitty litter that I have, the old kitty litter that's horrendously used, is that if my trash can is like half full, I'll grab it and then I'll dump the old kitty litter in there, and it's normally enough to fill the rest of the trash, and then I take it out to the garbage. But I've been looking at automatic kitty litters. Now, the only reason I'm looking at it is because, like, something that's just more convenient to change to kitty litter. Now, there's some that you still have to buy trash bags for, and, you know, you still have to clean the automatic kitty litter boxes, just not as much. But, you know, there's smart kitty litter boxes. It tells you, some of these litter boxes tells you when your cat's in there, if it's having a healthy cycle, if everything looks normal. Like, it is so fascinating how smart some of these kitty litter boxes. Now, I am going to go through this top 10 kitty litter boxes, and it's on Chewy.com. And it's just, I'm looking at a kitty litter box, but it's expensive. So I'm looking at other kitty litter boxes. And that's the other thing, is that I'm afraid if I buy a cheaper kitty litter box, that the quality is just not going to be as good. Sometimes you're paying for the quality, and sometimes the quality returns the favor and makes your life a lot easier. And I just don't want to spend money on something that may break. And I'm just very skeptical, because I don't know too many people that personally have these kitty litter boxes. And so I've only known one person to have one kitty litter box. So we're going to go through this list here. Here, according to Chewy.com, we're going to go from 10 to 1. Starting with the Pet Kit Pura Max 2 self-cleaning cat litter box. And it's basically just a dome. It's a dome, and it is about $400, $389.99, but realistically, like over $400, because you're probably paying for tax and shipping or whatever else that comes with it. Never heard of it. And so far, it's only got about 4.5 stars across the board there. And when we come to number 9, it's the Pet Safe Scoop Free Crystal Pro Legacy Top Entry Self-Cleaning Cat Litter Box. And that is a long name. And it's not a dome, it's a box, and the cat enters it through the top of it. It looks like there's a cat that it's a picture, and the cat is just kind of hanging on top of it. Like, you know how cars have one of those sunroofs, and you can open it? It looks like a cat just kind of opened the sunroof of this kitty litter box and has just decided to stick its head up. And I guess that's the entrance. Let me continue. Yep. As I'm going through these photos, the cat literally enters through the top, so there's no hole on the side for your kitty to crawl through. Now, another thing I want to mention is the Crystal Kitty Litter. Not a good kitty litter brand. Probably the worst kitty litter brand that you could get is that Crystal stuff right there. I don't recommend it. Just go with clay. You can get whatever type of clay you want, but the Crystal stuff ain't doing it. That one is about $250, and it's got lower decimal ratings, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 at its highest. And then we move on to number 8. The Casa Leo Lu 2 Wi-Fi enabled cat litter box. And this kind of just brings in that it's one of those smart ones that keeps tracks of your cats. And this one looks like a portable washing machine. Like a mini washing machine. And this is why it is exactly perfect to put into the laundry room if you have one of these things. And another thing, here's another thing I'm very skeptical, because cats are very nitpicky, right? There's some cats that are like nitpicky about their food. And this is why you should never cave in to giving your cats canned food, because that's all they're going to want to eat, and they're going to rebel. And this is also part of the reason why you should not overly worry about what your cats eat or when they eat or whatever. It's because when your cat's hungry, and it's gonna eat. You don't have to. You don't have to be like, oh man, it's not eating my kibble that I'm buying it. I better, resort to getting canned food or whatever. If it doesn't like the kibble, more than likely just get another flavor of kibble. It'll eventually eat it. A cat's not gonna eat. Cats love eating. And it's different when the cat is a lot older. Like, we're talking about retirement age. If it's retirement age, then fine. I will let it slide. But if your cat's like 5 years old, that thing can eat kibble. Don't give it canned food. And it's also bad for the cat's teeth if you just give it, and same for dogs. If you give your animals canned food, it's just not going to be good for it. The teeth will start rotting and stuff like that. So that's one thing, is you don't give your cats treats and wet food. It's going to start expecting you to do it, and then you're going to cave into it, and it's just a trap. Cat canned food, they're also expensive. You can wait on that. Number 7, it's the Whisker Litter Robot 4 with Step and Core accessories. And another thing I wanted to mention is that a lot of these kitty litters, this also looks like a little mini washing machines, but more of an open hole for your cat to be welcomed into. But anyways, another thing about these cats that I wanted to get onto is that some of these kitty litter boxes is like a step or two high. So it's about, higher than your cat. And your cat basically has to like step up into it. Some cats don't like that. Some cats don't like and trust getting into something that makes noises and does stuff like that, because your cat will definitely notice it moving around to do a cycle, so that way it can take care of itself and get rid of the automatically scoop the contents that are in there. A cat, well, they'll notice it. They'll know it makes noises. They'll notice it can beep, and some cats just don't like that. So that's another thing that I am very skeptical about, is that I don't know if the cats are going to want to even go in there to begin with, in comparison to a normal average litter box I have. Now, I have a dome-like kitty litter box. It's a gray litter box with the top on it, and so it's basically domed out. And so I think they might be used to getting into kitty litter boxes that are like that. So maybe an automatic self-cleaning one would do its justice. Now, this one right here, however, $800. Now, another thing that needs to be mentioned is how I mentioned how crystal litter box or litter sucks. Some of these brands here are only acceptable to certain kitty litters as well. You can't just put in any kitty litter and be all nilly-willy. For example, the crystal one, specifically crystal, I think. I can't have that. I'm seeing this whisker one, and I'm seeing that it comes with like a litter. And that's another thing that I need to include when I'm buying an automatic kitty litter, is that I don't want to just throw in its very own specific kitty litter. This one, okay, I'm looking at it. I'm not seeing anything specific, but the Whisker Litter Robot 4, which is $800, that is a computer. That is a beat-up used 1998 Chevy Lumina. That right there, that price right there is ridiculous. $800. Oh my goodness. But again, some of these machines work differently than others, and this probably works better. Now, the ratings all across the board, it has 4 different ratings, and it's all 4.4 out of 5. So I don't know if that's good or bad. And then we move on to number 6. The Vivi Rada Automatic Self-Cleaning Multi-Cat Litter Box with app control, odor, noise control, dual safety sensors, and 2 roll of garbage bags. See, so back to the garbage bag things, is that you use up to 2 rolls that it gives you for free. Now you gotta start buying the garbage rolls. Now this one's adorable, kinda. This one has ears on top of it. It doesn't look like cat ears. It looks like bear ears on top of it, and you would think it would be cat ears on top of a litter box, but no. And this one is basically a circle that's standing on 4 legs, which is interesting. And it looks like it dispenses the old litter on a bucket that's underneath it. How I describe it sounds pretty sketch, right? But it looks pretty cool, if I'm being honest. And you just pour the kitty litter inside of it. You don't have to put it in a certain compartment or anything like that. You just put it in there, and it kind of does its own cycles. Now, this is intriguing. This is actually getting my attention here. This is $240. It's got 75 reviews, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, the ratings from whatever, 4.5, 4.5, 4.4, 4.4. So, all in all, this one looks very intriguing. Now, I don't know if the cats would be happy about having to step up into it. It doesn't look like it has any steps or anything for this litter box. It looks like they just kind of have to jump into it. That's the only problem, is that I'm looking at pictures of it, and the whole of the box is literally taller than a cat that's just standing or sitting next to it. I think that's the only problem that I'm seeing with it. I may have to like buy a step for it. I don't know. But speaking of steps, number 5, the War Cat automatic self-cleaning cat litter box. And it has a step. It looks like a step that you can just flip open. But I'm looking at all these pictures and it looks like it just stays open. And it's just like the previous one. It has a bucket underneath it, and it disposes the litter that way. And it looks like you just, most of these kitty litter boxes look like washing machines, like mini washing machines. If that's not a reason to put it into your laundry, then I don't know what is. I'm not putting it in the bathroom though. That cannot happen. Like if you have 2 bathrooms and one bathroom's not being used, sure, you can probably get away with putting the litter box in there. But no thanks. Anyways, this War Cat one, it's only $175. Well, $175.99. You might as well just make it like $179.99 or something like that. I don't know. 4.2, 4.4, 4.3, 4.3. I'll let you be the judge of that. Now we got number 4. Okay, this name is a little sus though. I don't like the name of this. This kitty litter box is a interesting dome that has 4 legs and the bucket underneath it. I'm starting to see the trend that a lot of these kitty litter boxes has a bucket underneath that you just pull out and change out or whatever. I really don't want to say the name of this because it is spelled exactly inappropriately too. Why? This is probably from the Chinese factory or something like that, and this is somehow number 4. The Cumridge automatic self-cleaning cat litter box with 2 rolls of garbage bags, $250. 4.5, 4.5, 4.4, 4.6. It looks decent. It comes with app control, whatever. It can handle all sorts of different types of litter, it seems. This also looks nice and convenient. It has a touch screen. Well, not a touch screen, but like a little weird circle touchpad thing on the corner of it that you just, I guess, mess around with the settings, and you can do it on your phone as well. Very interesting. Number 3, which looks exactly the same as number 4, the Fumoy automatic self-cleaning cat litter box with 2 rolls of garbage bags. Literally the same thing. It has buttons on the corner of it, but it doesn't look like it's one of those touchpad ones. It looks like it's just actual buttons on it. It also has an app on it, and I feel like the top 3 has to have apps. Then we get into the one that I was actually looking at, the Whisker Litter Robot 4 automatic self-cleaning cat litter box. This is probably the high-end litter box. This is like the standard of automatic kitty litter boxes. When you search up kitty litter boxes, automatic ones, this is what is most likely going to pop up. This is what people are buying right here. This is what people are going crazy about. This is the one that one of my friends have in his bathroom. Don't know why it's in the bathroom, but you know what? Not my bathroom. And the picture here is a woman has it in her living room. I'm not putting a litter box in the living room. I'm not putting it next to a door of a bedroom either. Some of these pictures have it in a very convenient spot. It's like, oh, just in the background of the living room. I don't want my cat having to go potty in the living room while I'm in the living room. I don't want to smell that. I don't want to be near that. I don't want to be whatever. But anyways, this is basically the standard of kitty litter boxes. It's got the highest ratings so far that I've seen, or the most ratings, I should say, of 867 people. Out of all the other litter boxes, it does not have that many people rating it. So when I say this is the standard, I'm talking like this is the default litter box that people are buying, and this is the standard that most people have in their houses. All across the board, 4.4, one's 4.3. This is 4.5 stars voted by people. This is the standard. And this is the one I'm also looking at because I don't want to buy a faulty kitty litter box that not too many people have experiences with. And then number 1, what everyone's been waiting for, the Pet Pivot AS11 open top, self-cleaning with safety protection automatic kitty litter box. It's essentially, that's what it is. It's an open top, and the picture looks like the cat is a little derpy, and that is okay. I don't know how I feel about it being an open top, though. That's another situation, right? Is that it's an open top, so therefore the scent can just freely roam around whatever room it's in. It doesn't seem like you basically have to rely more on your kitty litter to hold the scent than this kitty box right here. I don't know how I feel about the open dome part. And it's also one of those ones that it seems very tall. There's no steps for it. It's literally taller than the cat. It looks like the cat has to jump in there. And I feel like every time the cat would make a mess having to jump in and out. But again, it's one of those weird ones. It has a dome. It has 4 legs and a bucket underneath it to change out. But it's, it's one of those like convenient ones where you just change out the bucket. Now I'm looking at these litter boxes, and now I'm just kind of convincing myself, maybe I don't need an automatic kitty litter box. This one is probably the cheapest one that I've seen so far. This one's $160, and it's number 1. I feel like there's some sort of biasry going on here. I feel like there's something fishy going on. Not that Chewy is trying to sell me products. You can add every single kitty litter box into your cart and buy it from Chewy. So maybe there might be a biasry. Maybe Pet Pivot paid Chewy to put themselves number 1. Stuff like that happens when you go click on a website. It's like the top 10 best whatever. Sometimes that number 1 spot or number 2 spot is paid for. Sometimes you can't trust it, because it brings light to this company. It brings light to Pet Pivot. I've never heard of Pet Pivot, and when I searched up kitty litter boxes prior, I've never heard of this brand especially. I've never seen this brand. I've never looked at this brand. I've never heard of this brand. I've never even thought twice about this brand up until now. And it's at number 1. And it's the cheapest one. And it's got 320 people ranking on it. So it's probably the second highest ranked, though. Let me double check and verify. The number 4, Cumridge, has 284. I'm not buying that because of the name specifically. Number 7. The $800 one, Whisker. It has 469. And that's about it. So the Whisker is basically the 2 most populated rating one. Interesting. Anyways, you can just easily Google kitty litter boxes, and they're everywhere. Enough kitty litter box talk. Now I'm on the fence about it. Now I'm like, maybe I don't need it. maybe after all this stuff, maybe I don't need it. If today's your birthday, it's June 5th, I believe. Yes, June 5th. If today's your birthday, well, first of all, happy birthday to you. Man, I really wish you had a good birthday. It's the start of a summer. So congratulations, your birthday's in summer. You share a birthday with 55-year-old Mark Wahlberg, which is oddly enough, for whatever reason, number 3 on this list. They do the top 50 stars, and for whatever reason, and they have it, I think, by most popular, Mark Wahlberg is at number 3. Everyone knows who Mark Wahlberg is. You want to know who's at number 1, and I've never heard of him before? Congratulations, he's turning 29. FaZe Adapt. I've heard of FaZe. I've never heard of this Adapt person. I'm sure he's done things. Director for the popular Call of Duty sniping group FaZe Clan, who publishes videos his self-titled channel, formerly called Adapting. His channel focuses on blogs, pranks, and reactions. Never heard of this dude. I don't care for this dude. I'm pretty sure majority of this population on this planet knows who Mark Wahlberg is, not this FaZe dude. We should probably put Mark Wahlberg at 1. This is another thing about famousbirthdays.com. I don't know, it's a lot of these people. And then I scroll down to like number 30. I'm like, I recognize that person. Like at number 20, just turned 50. You got Impractical Joker star Joe Gatto. He's 50 now. Now, you share a birthday with him too. And you share a birthday with Ninja, who's 35. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize he was 35 and still playing kids games. Good for him. Yeah, I can't. That's a little hypocritical of me. I'm still playing kids games too. I just don't like him. I'm not going to lie about that. I don't like most streamers though. That's just me. But yeah, anyways, Mark Wahlberg I feel like should be number 1 on this list above everyone else. Joe Gatto should probably be moved up above this list as well, because I've not heard of half these people. Not even half, majority of these people. But I just work here. And if today's not your birthday, that is A-okay. You know why? You want to know exactly why? You can celebrate today, June 5th, in different ways. And the best way possible is to have a donut, because today is National Donut Day. Each year on the first Friday in June, people participate in National Donut or Donut Day. This food holiday celebrates the delicious donut and honors the Salvation Army Lassies. In case you didn't know, the Salvation Army Lassies are the women who served donuts to soldiers during World War I. National Donut Day origins begin during World War I, which is also referred to as the First World War. Over 4 million U.S. men and women served during the war, with almost 3 million of those serving overseas. With conflicts taking place in Europe and Middle East, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific, World War I was the most difficult for troops fighting on the front lines. Wow, so I didn't realize that. So National Donut Day has a deeper history than I thought. I wonder if Dunkin' Donuts is going to do anything. Or Krispy Kreme, but I've only been to like a Krispy Kreme restaurant, and I haven't even stepped foot inside one. I just went through a drive-through of it. Today is also National Start Over Day. If you need to start over in life, that is okay. If you feel like you need to redo stuff, if you need to start over, I completely encourage it to begin with. Today is June 5th on National Day calendar. It's National Start Over Day, intended to remind you it's perfectly fine to start over. Today's National Day is about making the decision to accept failure and start over from scratch. Do you remember the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, then try again? All of us seem to have heard it one time or another in our life. We can all agree it has been used to inspire us to never give up and keep trying. Today we want to remind everyone, despite any setbacks you may have, don't give up. Keep going, even if that means starting over. That is a very good national holiday right there. I'm not even going to lie about that. And then we also have National Gingerbread Day. I don't care for gingerbread days, though. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm going to worry about National Donut Day. So, if you want to celebrate today, enjoy a national donut. Anyways, if you have liked this episode, please, by all means, like, comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you do on YouTube. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for sticking with me in this podcast episode talking about kitty litter boxes. I hope it was special and it meant something to you. And if not, that is truly A-okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Whatever I do, for now, go to bed.